ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna, my dear viewers, my dear friends. Nice to see all of you. Welcome, my Facebook viewers, and welcome to YouTube viewers. So now we are going to speak about how to control our senses, how to control our mind. That's a difficult topic, but it's very, very easy for the devotees. And how do we do that? I actually heard when I joined the Bhakti Shastri classes. Bhakti Shastri is a degree given in ISKCON wherein we learn Bhagavad Gita, Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion. So from that, from Nectar of Instruction, I was told the one who has control on the tongue and control on the speech and control on the mind. Control on the tongue and control on speech, two things. So control on speech means, control on tongue means even eating control. So eating control, speaking control, control on the tongue, control on the speech, control on the mind, control on the belly, the stomach, and control on the genitals. Suppose if you have so many things control on the anger, then we such people are capable of making disciples all over the world. Suppose if you want to make disciples all over the world, you have to have tongue control, speech control, eating control, speaking control, anger control, mind control, belly control, genitals control. So now, how do we do that? The answer in Nectar of Instruction is we simply have to control our tongue. That is, just speak about Krishna and eat Krishna Prasad. By doing that, automatically your anger will come under control, your stomach will come under control, your genitals will come under control. Is that so? I asked the teacher. Huh? What do you mean by controlling the tongue? I asked. It means, the teacher told, of course, that means you should eat only Krishna Prasad and speak only Krishna Katha. Don't speak anything other than Krishna Katha. Don't speak about what happened to the Prime Minister, what happened to the war, what happened to the politics. Don't speak that. Just speak about Krishna and eat only Krishna Prasad. Then I thought, now I want to enjoy masala dosa in the hotels, or I was waiting to know what's the benefit. He said, if you control the tongue, that is, if you decide to eat only Krishna Prasad and to speak only about Krishna all through your life, you are going back home, back to Godhead. That is the way, he said. If you want to go back to Godhead, that is the way. Then I started thinking, now I want to go back to Godhead or I want to eat masala dosa. Then I thought, well, I want to go back to Godhead. It's all right if I don't eat masala dosa. I'll make it at home and eat more. So that's how I started making everything at home. And I started eating things at home, and after offering to Krishna. And after that, what happened to me was when we started controlling the tongue, I realized that there are so many things that I'll be missing from outside. I asked my teacher that day that what about papads we can buy from outside? Papads, or that also we have to start making papad at home? So he said, no, Mataji, papad you can buy because you are cooking it. You are heating the papad or you are frying the papad. As long as you are cooking, you can buy things from outside. Any powder you may buy, you may put it in the milk and you may heat it, and then you can offer it to Krishna like that. Anything you buy, if you are heating, if you are cooking it and then offering to Krishna, then that's all right, he said. Then I thought, okay, at least I can buy papads and pastas and I can cook it at home. So it's all right. Then what to do? Okay, but if I want to go back to Godhead, then I have to give up eating out. I thought like that. And then what happened is that I realized that I'll be missing ice creams and I'll be missing many North Indian food because we are South Indians. We don't know how to cook North Indian. And then I started searching for cookbooks and buying the cookbooks which teaches North Indian cooking. And so I learned to make fulkas. Otherwise, we used to make rotis and apply some ghee and fold it and make it fluff when it cooks. Oh, Hare Krishna Chandramali Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Yes. Chandramali Prabhuji wanted me to join only after 7 p.m. but I said that's not possible because after I told that I joined a course and then my course is at 7 o'clock today, 7 to 9. And it's only for this week. Throughout the week, yesterday, day before, today, tomorrow, day after, up to Friday night, 9 p.m. I will be attending the course from 7 p.m. onwards. So I have to do it before that. So you see what happened was, but he managed to join. That's very nice. But you know what? I stopped eating outside and started learning to make things from Uttara Karnataka recipes to Uttara Bharata recipes. Means from bottom of the Karnataka regions to maybe from the top Karnataka top to India top regions cooking, which is not my style. I learned and I put on a little weight. I started making more nice things at home on a daily basis. So then what happened? What about the travel time? I thought, and for travel time, I started looking for recipes that if I cook today, it stays for 2 days, 3 days, like that. So I got some Uttara Karnataka recipes, and then I started making them. And now I know that we can make puris, and we can make, you get Rajasthani, Kher Sangri, a mix of Kher Sangri you get, or a mix of what you call Panchkut Sabzi, you get it. And that you have to soak overnight, and then add some tamarind juice and whistle it up with salt, and add some pickle masala to it, and it becomes a very nice side dish for puris, and it stays for 2 3 days. So like this I started researching and finding out, and now YouTube has become so famous. So many best cooks are there, the cooking videos which have highest reviews, I go for that. And I started. So what happened was, every day, even if I'm traveling outside, I have to cook. I have to wash vessels. And why I should cook? Because I have to offer it to Krishna, and then only I should eat it. If I have to offer to Krishna and eat it, when I go to travel time also, I'll be thinking, now for Krishna what I will make. And then when, if I am carrying something for me for eating 2 days, then I cannot offer 2 days same offered stuff to Krishna. Then I start thinking, now today for Krishna, what shall I offer? I buy tender coconuts, I buy bananas, I buy some curds, just offer it to Krishna, and we all eat it. So this is how we end up remembering Krishna every day when we give up the idea of eating outside. When we make up our mind that from now I will eat only Krishna Prasad. And what Krishna Prasad is, it is not having onion, garlic, it does not have that red color masoor dal, and it does not have mushroom, and it does not contain tea, coffee, powders. Sometimes they put tea powder in chana, to make it very nice blackish chana. That all we cannot use in our cooking. And the remaining things we can use. And when you actually don't put onion and garlic, your cooking becomes very, very flavorful, fragrant, and delicious, filled with various aromas, sometimes subtle, sometimes really strong, but they are really too good. So like this, I became a better cook, a knowledgeable cook, able to cook things from various parts of the country. I even learned how to do litti choka, and I now forgot, but I tried making it. And then I learned so many things from the north. And yes, I also learned to make ice creams. Ice creams, how do we make it? The best of the ice cream for Krishna is just take some 200 ml of milk cream, and take one 400 ml can of Amul sweetened condensed milk, and take 200 ml of pure milk, heat it, cool it, and take some nice sweet fruits like either lychee or mango, or even dates will do, sweet dates. You grind it, or you can take strawberries and you add a lot of sugar to strawberries to sweeten the strawberry, or dates you don't have to add sugar. If it is mango, sweet mango, you don't have to. So you just churn the fruit pulp in the mixie along with the sweetened condensed milk, and you also add the milk 200 ml, and you also add what else, milk cream you add, and you nicely churn. It will become frothy, and it will become airy, aerated. And then what happens once it is done, then it is very light, and that you pour it into a plastic box or a steel box. You pour it into a steel box with the lid, and you keep it in the freezer for 8 hours. You take it out, you offer, and you relish. It will be the most tastiest ice cream you've ever tasted. So my dear friends, this way I learned how to make ice creams, I learned how to make cakes at home, and I learned, because I stopped eating outside and I started baking cakes and taking for yatras, because cakes stay for 3 days, Cakes and crispy stay for 3 days. Any boring food plus a homemade cake and plus homemade crispy makes it very entertaining when you travel outside, if you make up your mind that I'll eat only Krishna Prasad. So like this, when I started eating only Krishna Prasad, and to speak about Krishna, we have to read about Krishna, we have to hear about Krishna. So lot of reading, lot of hearing, lot of reading, lot of hearing, and lot of thinking about Krishna, and lot of asking help. Krishna, please help me. How I will live without eating out? You please guide me what I should eat. So by doing like that, Krishna started becoming my friend, who's my guide, and my philosopher. And then I started becoming a very happy, I was already a happy person, but I became more happy person, more excited person, more enthusiastic person, more jolly person. So what happened was, I realized that I started remembering Krishna more every day, because anything I want to eat, I say, oh, my Krishna has to eat, so I should know how to cook it. And if Krishna has to eat in the morning after getting up, I have to brush and take a bath. I cannot cook before taking a bath, I have to take a bath and then I have to go to kitchen, because Krishna means we have to cook in a clean way. We should not taste in between. We should cook, offer, then taste. Then salt is less. What to do? Then I started saying, in this much big vessel of this much diameter, in this much big vessel, that holds 1 liter. In a 1 liter vessel, if I make half liter of sambar, then I have to put 1 teaspoon of salt. Any sambar, for that quantity, it is 1 teaspoon, like that. And if it is rasam, for that quantity, it sometimes takes 1.5 teaspoon, because it's just more of water. Like this, like this, we, after offering, we see the taste is less. First you calculate how much salt you have put in the past, and then now how much you are adding to make it correct. And when I get to know that I had to add half teaspoon more to make it correct salt, for 1 liter I had to put 1 teaspoon totally. So next day, for that, just put 1 teaspoon directly, and it will be perfect salt, perfect taste. So generally I learned that for whatever amount of salt you put, that amount of tamarind juice you put, that amount of jaggery you put in sambar, then it tastes very nice, like Udupi style. I come from a place called Mangalore, which is very close to Udupi. And Udupi temple prasadam, you all must go and you all must relish. They give free lunch prasad, which has very tasty rasam, nice tasty sambar, nice tasty sabji, and it's called as palya. So all these things are very tasty. So I try to Google and get the recipes of that also, and got to know some tricks of how to make very tasty things. And if you go to Venkatesh Bhatt Tamil channel, you will get to see how he has taught how to make Udupi rasam, and he has taught exactly the correct way. correct method he has taught, and you can try it from there. So I won't give you the recipe of rasam. It's very nice recipe. He is teaching you Venkatesh, but Tamil channel. You have to see what he is doing. His language you won't understand. But luckily that Udupi rasam, he has its subtitles are there. You can understand. So like that, if you learn from him how to make sambar, how to make rasam, how to make palya or sabji, then your recipes will turn out very nice. It's like Udupi temple's delicious. Where even North Indians like their prasadam at Udupi temple. So like this, when we start eating only prasad, then when we travel to places, we only see, is there a temple which gives me lunch prasad, dinner prasad? We only see from that perspective. But we are only thinking of where I can go, which temple, means we're thinking of Krishna, which temple to go, where I get prasad, and then temple darshan, obviously. So it's not going to be an entertainment tour. When we go for a tour also, we are thinking of Krishna, what to feed to my Krishna and what I can feed myself, which is prasadam. So this way, when you control the tongue, what happens? You start thinking about Krishna more and more. Unless you think of Krishna all the time, my dear friends, we cannot go back to Godhead. When we start thinking of Krishna all the time, we are out of three modes of nature. When we are out of three modes of nature, there is no anger, and there is no relationship problems, because you're thinking about Krishna, you're happy. And if the other people around you are not very friendly, you will say, it's all right. Huh, I am happy with Krishna. Like that. My Krishna is nice. These people, we will adjust. It's okay. Krishna is there for me. That's enough. I'll adjust with the rest of the things. So this mentality will come, my dear friends. So what will happen is that we end up happily becoming a friend of Krishna. And when we start doing things as a friend of Krishna, happily remembering Krishna always, then we're sure to go back to Godhead. But in the process, what happens is we start seeing Krishna is actually showing so much of love and reciprocation with us. We start realizing that Krishna is there for me. Krishna is doing many things for me. We start realizing that, hey, Krishna removed my interest in masala dosa from hotel. Hey, Krishna removed my desire for ice cream from the hotel, because Krishna has made me cook more tastier ice cream at home. Like this, you start feeling Krishna did it for me. Krishna did it for me. Actually, Krishna starts doing things for you. Actually, he does. So you start appreciating Krishna. When you start appreciating Krishna, Krishna becomes the more important person than anybody else in our life. When anybody else becomes less and Krishna becomes more important person in our life, what happens is that we become a very happy person and our senses come under control. So now I want to just call out some of the names here. Just now, till now on Mataji, and one photo was there, it went Janardhan Prasad Tripathi ji, Hare Krishna, and Sandeep Maiti ji, Hare Krishna, and Jitendra Hey Varle ji, Hare Krishna, and Rinku Sharma Kanda ji, Hare Krishna. So you see, and one more, Hari Om Tat Sat, what is that? And P.U. Mukherjee ji, Hare Krishna. Yes, my dear friends. So I wish to tell you that like this, actually, by controlling the tongue, I realize that Krishna is very sweet and very nice. And I realize that if I get into a quarrel with any of my family members, then that much time I'll be a little bit hurt, sad, angry. That much time I don't enjoy the company of Krishna. So I thought I will be missing the company of Krishna if I get into a quarrel. So I decided that if there's a chance to quarrel, I will easily avoid it. Asavit Sandhya Shinde ji, Hare Krishna. Shakuntala Manni ji, Hare Krishna. Kutagiri Sridhar ji, Hare Krishna. Ashok Kumar ji, Hare Krishna. Prabha Gurung ji, Hare Krishna. Padmakar Mishra ji, Hare Krishna. Ishwar Lal Manikchand ji, Hare Krishna. Chandramauli Prabhu ji, Hare Krishna. Yes. So like this, my dear friends, what happened was that I understood that when we start giving up things for Krishna, just to feed Krishna and then eat, when we make that as the goal of our life and only to hear about Krishna and speak about it, when we start thinking like that, then what happens is automatically Krishna becomes the most important person and Krishna starts showing that he loves us. and we start feeling that Krishna loves us more than anybody else in our life. We start feeling that. We start feeling that Krishna is doing also many things for me in my life. We start feeling like that. And then we will not give value to people who are hurting. Then we will not give value to the money that we lost. Then we will not give value to so many other things that hurt us in life, because we start valuing Krishna's loving, sweet presence in our life. When we start valuing Krishna's loving, sweet presence in our life, then we will not have time for anything else other than Krishna. That's when our anger will be controlled, our senses will be controlled, because see, we are not eating anything other than Krishna Prasad, and we are hearing only Krishna Katha, and we are speaking Krishna Katha. So, see, ear is controlled, ear is not doing any other hearing, tongue is controlled, tongue is not eating meat or drinking alcohol, and then our eyes, when we have to cook for Krishna, we are looking at the food that we are cooking for Krishna. When you have to hear Krishna Katha, if we are watching a video, our eyes is only seeing Krishna Katha speaker. So like this, I realized that when we actually start doing things to please Krishna, our senses come under control. And the proof for this is the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse number 32 and 33. It says that in the verse number 33, Prabhupada says in the purport, last sentences, that sense control. So here, the last paragraph, for a devotee, liberation is no problem at all. See, for a person who is doing Krishna Katha, hearing Krishna Katha, and giving up eating everything else and just lives to eat only Krishna eaten food. So if that is the thing, then for such a person, Mukti is waiting at their leg and begging at their feet and saying, I am ready, you can join me at Mukti, you can come to my Brahma Jyoti. Like this, Mukti is waiting at the feet of devotees. See, liberation takes place without separate endeavor if you're doing bhakti. Bhakti, therefore, is far better than Mukti or the impersonate person. But devotees say, no, Mukti, no, I don't want Mukti, I want Krishna. I want to be with Krishna, play with Krishna, have some nice, I want to give some fun to Krishna. But I don't want to be away from Krishna in Mukti, in Ananda. Oh, only me, Ananda. No, I don't want. Like you see, for a devotee, liberation is no problem at all. Liberation takes place without separate endeavor. Bhakti, therefore, is far better than Mukti or impersonalist position. The impersonalists undergo severe penances and austerities to attain Mukti. But see, for impersonalists who don't believe that Krishna has a beautiful, Krishna has such a beautiful form. They say he has no form. When they say he has no form, then they have to very artificially try to focus on the formless feature. Formless means nothing should come in their head, and they should think that is God, and they should stay in nothing, no thoughts. That's very difficult to not have thoughts. So for them it's very difficult to attain Mukti. But for us, we simply think of Krishna, look at Krishna, cook for Krishna, hear about Krishna, speak about Krishna, and we get Mukti is waiting for us just for doing this, just for having some good fun the right way. Mukti is waiting for us. But the impersonalists, they don't have any fun. They give up voluntarily all happiness, and they live a life of dry mental speculation. And with such an austerity, finally they get Mukti, where they cannot see Krishna, they have to stay alone in peace. That's not what devotees want. Devotees want to be with Krishna and give fun for Krishna. So here it's written that the impersonalists undergo severe penances and austerities to attain Mukti, but the Bhakta, simply by engaging himself in the Bhakti process, especially in chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, immediately develops control over the tongue by engaging it in chanting and accepting the remnants of foodstuffs offered to personality of Godhead. As soon as the tongue is controlled, naturally all of the senses are controlled automatically. See, when tongue is controlled, all of the senses come under control automatically. Okay, sense control is the perfection of yoga principle. And one's liberation begins immediately as soon as he engages himself in the service of the Lord. See, sense control is the perfection of yoga principle. One's liberation begins immediately as soon as he engages himself in the service of the Lord. It is confirmed by Kapila Dev that bhakti or devotional service is gariyasi, means more glorious than siddhi, liberation. See, what is siddhi? Siddhi is mystic powers. Mystic powers are nothing. You want some mystic power? To fly in space without a vehicle, to become lighter than the lightest, to know somebody else's mind. You want this kind of siddhi, or you want Krishna? Having Krishna is having everything. So we should Har Shabatiya ji, Hare Krishna. So you see, if you really want to be happy, we must have Krishna. So devotees say, no, no, I do not want Siddhi, I do not want Mukti, I do not want any mystic powers, but I want Krishna and I want to go back to Krishna's abode. So when we think that I just want Krishna and nothing else, then we won't be angry with people, we won't have lust problems, we won't have depression problems, we will have full control on the mind and senses. How it will be? How can senses will be under control? Because senses you are using to cook for Krishna. Your hands you are using, eyes you are using, nose you are using, ears you are using. Everything while cooking, you are paying attention to the sound. You are paying attention to the smell, the color, everything. And you're cooking carefully to not burn the food. So all your senses are engaged in Krishna's seva. When you start doing seva of Krishna, your senses are, your body you have to use for seva. So the body is having senses, so all senses are engaged. But senses is not actually a problem. Problem is the mind that is wanting to say, now stop cooking and start watching cricket match. So that mind is the problem. So how mind will be controlled? When you start telling that Krishna, for your sake, I'll give up eating everything else and I'll eat only Krishna Prasad from today. While traveling also, I will learn to cook those things which stay for 2-3 days, and for you separately I'll offer some fruits or at least some kishmish or some cashew nuts, some nuts I'll offer to you as your bhoga, and I will carry some prasad or 2-3 days which you can stay for 2-3 days. So this way, when we start doing things to please Krishna, by controlling our tongue in the form of eating, by controlling our tongue in the form of talking, our mind also comes to control. That's a gift of Krishna's. It's a free gift. This is what we get to know from Canto 3, chapter 25, text number 34. Today already time is up. I wanted to say some other things from the previous verse, but it's not required. This was more important. And I told you. So thank you, my dear friends. See you tomorrow. And after this, again, I'm going to continue with my Hindi session. So see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow my timing will be, tomorrow is okay. Up to Friday, somewhere around this evening time, I will come. And Saturday at this time, I will be myself taking my teacher's class up to 5 p.m. Maybe after 5 p.m. I can give a class on Saturday. Hare Krishna. Let's meet you in the Hindi session.